Hey there, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good, Larry. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Today's been an interesting day.
Okay, how's today been interesting?
Was had a few revelations today.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah. Like, so, me and you both know I don't like compliments, right?
Yeah, you despise them, in fact. Your brain rejects them.
In every sense of the word. But I don't like them because when I receive a compliment, I short circuit, and I'm like, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing?
Yeah.
And I had a thought. I don't know if it's an accurate thought
Okay.
or me just kind of putting meaning to
Nothing?
Yeah.
I do that a lot. Okay, continue.
But I remember growing up, I received a lot of just unnecessary compliments. In my family, I was the first grandchild
Oh.
and the firstborn, and there was a lot of attention given to that.
Yeah.
So I had received these they were very they felt like empty compliments. I guess I was
what a handsome boy, or shit like that.
I felt undeserving of the praise.
Valid.
Because it was excessive. It felt excessive. What probably was supposed to be supportive, it felt excessive, and I guess that's just how my brain processed that.
Yeah.
And so now when I receive a compliment that seems genuine,
Your brain rejects it on the spot.
On the spot, because I can handle when we're all being dorky and maybe a little flirty, and then it's just funny.
Yeah.
Those are fine. Those just roll off my back.
Yeah.
But when it's a genuine compliment,
Yeah.
I don't have to do your best friend Ryan.
Yeah.
He sent me that message out of the blue.
Oh yeah.
And it was the most genuine sincere compliment to my person
Yeah.
I'd ever received. I literally started crying.
Because you're a dork.
It was ridiculous.
It was so sweet. It was so sweet. That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because as an only child,
Yeah.
I was the second grandchild,
Yeah.
but the first and only born for my parents. So I've always gotten gross attention. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Just to put it in a weird way. But I don't know. I never had that experience of having them feel empty. I think
That may have also been because we are also tracking this. I've been apathetic for a very long time in my depression.
Yeah.
So that might have just been how my sad brain interpreted these things.
Yeah. I mean, with friends in middle school and high school and elementary school, if someone complimented me, my first thought was always, this is a pity compliment. They think I'm so ugly, they're complimenting me so I don't feel bad about myself. That was just always my first...
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I mean, that's gone away slowly but surely, kind of.
Yeah.
But...
I don't think I've ever had that thought. But it was if it ever felt genuine when someone was paying me a compliment.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just shaking a little.
Okay, I was like, you're shaking, my guy.
I don't know what's going on with that. But...
Is it the caffeine that you consumed today?
Oh, dear God.
Do you need some water, my friend? We can take a pause.
No, I'm fine.
Get some water.
But yeah, no, I'm also objectively on a lot of caffeine right now.
Yeah.
And so I was at work, I was doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then my boss comes up to me towards the end of my shift and he goes, "Hey, I forgot to tell you something." I'm like, "What you mean?"
Always starts a good sentence.
Right? He's like, I messed up. I'm like, "Danny, what are you doing to me right now?"
Reassuring Danny. I love it.
And he goes, so inventory is tomorrow.
Oh.
And so when inventory shows up, I'm supposed to count on my inventory the day before. I'd usually have done that in the first part of my shift or planned accordingly for this.
Yeah.
But I'm about to get ready to go home and Danny's like, "Do you think you could count your stuff for me?" And I'm like, "Man, Danny, I'm going to because I like you."
But you fucked up the flow, my guy.
That's so messed up. So he goes, "As an apology, I'll get you a Starbucks." I'm like, "All right, dope." And I saw that my coworker had a little cold brew nitro shot. I'm like, "I want that, but big."
Mm-hmm.
So I got that. I downed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just kind of been vibrating ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you both know I'm sensitive to chemical influence.
Yes. Marijuana, alcohol, caffeine.
Whatever chemical influence I'm under, I'm very susceptible.
Yeah.
And that nitro cold brew might be the closest I've ever had to cocaine. I don't know if that's an accurate comparison, but It's what I imagine it's like.
That shit is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as someone, I think I'd call myself a caffeine connoisseur.
Yeah.
Someone who's worked nights for 3 years and, like, didn't sleep for 3 years.
Oh, yeah, for
So,
sure.
like, consumed caffeine copious amounts every day.
Copious.
600 plus milligrams, that shit.
Yeah.
I think that nitro shit is one of the scariest. Like, that in my mind is equivalent to a Bang.
So
a Bang has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Yeah, no, I think it's like the delivery. I think it's the actual like process of like adding. I think it's like nitrogen, right? They're adding nitrogen carbonation to the mix.
Yeah, it makes it smoother and easier to go down, less bitter.
So
it makes coffee so much better, but it also has so much more caffeine.
But it objectively doesn't have more caffeine than a Bang though. So
no.
So I think the process of like adding the nitrogen like makes it absorb into your bloodstream more efficiently.
I also like personally react to coffee differently than I react to energy drinks.
Valid.
Because like coffee hits different. It hit different than energy drinks do.
It's very true.
They always hit harder to me. Like Bangs, I can down like 3 in a night and not maybe feel like death. Maybe I usually feel like death. But if I drink 3 nitro cold brews, you'd be dead.
Like they won't let you get 2.
Nope.
Like you can only get a grande.
Yep. They can't give you a venti.
That is like think about how dangerous that is.
I've gotten them before because I'm friends with people at Starbucks.
And that's dangerous, man.
It is.
And
I suggest friends at Starbucks.
Oh, I have so many. But it's like, yeah. So like my brain's just kind of on fire.
Yeah.
And I'm a little jittery. But
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, you passed me the joint shaking, so that was like.
Yeah, because like now my shaking has like stopped.
Number 1. So was it the joint?
I don't know.
Was it the excitement that we're recording podcast number 2 of How Are You?
I mean, objectively, I'm so excited this is happening again. But yeah, no, today's just been a little wacky.
I forget that you don't sleep before we do these.
Yeah, no, like I've been awake since
11 p.m.
No, I woke up late. About 12-ish. Yeah, I woke up.
We love that for you.
I woke up at 12.
We love waking up late.
So like I've been an active member of society for like I don't know, 14 hours give or take.
It's 3 p.m.
So 13 hours.
Yeah.
Wait, no. 3 p.m.? That's 15 hours.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's more.
That's bad math.
We're idiots. Hello, welcome to How Are You?
Yeah,
with Larry and Chris.
Definitely in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but hold on. I want to talk about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
you want to talk about me?
You've been gone all weekend.
I have. What have I been doing all weekend is the question.
Oh my god, you've been at the Brown Palace.
The Brown Palace is a historic hotel in downtown Denver, Colorado.
It's a beautiful place. A
Used
lot
to
of
be
history.
A speakeasy, super haunted.
So many things. And you spent the whole weekend there with your girlfriend.
Yeah, we had lots of big plans. We were like, we're going to get dinner at one of the fancy places. We're going to take photos. We're going to ghost hunt. We're going to do all kinds of crazy shit that we would never be able to do again. But instead did something better. We laid in bed naked, eating food and kissing. So...
definitely sounds like a fantastic holiday.
It was literally... I thought about that this morning after I dropped her off at her house, and we were, like, sad because... I just spent 4 days with her. I don't want to not be in her space now.
Right.
I'm so accustomed to her being there, so I didn't want her to leave. But had to do therapy, had to do stuff, Space is healthy.
Right.
But we were sad about it, and I was thinking, genuinely, this is the best 72 hours I've had my entire life.
And we love that.
Consecutively.
That's a really big deal for you.
Yeah, because, usually, I'll have a really good day, and then something bad will happen, and then I'll still have a really good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But literally... nothing bad happened.
It was just 7 days of bliss.
You mean 72 hours of bliss?
What did I say?
You said 7 days. I wish it was 7 days.
My brain is actual dog shit today.
It is. I love it.
That's fine. Okay?
It was literally the best 72 hours of my life. Things that could have been snafus or things that could have been big deals with, other people or shittier people or, you know what I mean?
Right.
That kind of thing just weren't. We just laughed about it and we're like, oh, it's a memory. We found a douche in our hotel room. And we laughed it off.
Yeah, because I was with you guys when you checked into the hotel.
Yeah.
We got in there, and you guys were in the bathroom, and you opened up the cupboards.
Yeah, as you do.
For no particular reason.
Yeah, just explore.
And there was just makeup.
There was really old, gross makeup.
Tweezers.
There was tweezers. There was a toothbrush. There was toothpaste and a douche.
That is unfortunate on every level.
When we gave it to the woman at the front desk, she looked terrified.
Did we ever get anything out of that?
No, we never got any comps or anything out of it.
I mean, to be fair, you probably didn't push it really hard.
No, I did not at all.
I mean, that's valid.
I didn't even ask for a comp.
But yeah, that means that like specific unit had to have been like lived in for
Yeah.
like quite some time, right?
Yeah. And like by the time we had left, like our sheets were off the mattress and we were on like bare hotel mattress, which was really weird for a second because like hotels are fucking disgusting.
Right.
But then we looked at the mattress and it was like actually clean. And so that was really weird to us, but it was nice, obviously. And like we had valet the entire weekend.
They stole your sheets?
No, they fell off.
Oh, the sheets fell off.
Yeah, because we were moving around so much and in bed all day, like
the sheets were just gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
And did you put the sheet back on?
No.
Dear, you are savages.
No, we got shit on the sheets anyway. They're gonna have to take the sheets off anyway.
Well, yeah, but like it is it's still, if fancy hotel or not, it's a hotel mattress.
I know. They fell off completely this morning and we were just already out of bed, so we're like, eh.
Just fuck
Like
it.
last night it was only a little bit. Like only a little mattress. So we were fine.
That's so bizarre.
You know? It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But having valet all weekend was really weird because that was the only parking option at the Brown Palace.
Yeah.
And I just want to complain publicly that $52 a night is fucking insane.
Yeah. To be fair,
Uh-huh.
people on like our caliber of like income
Don't
go
stay
to
at the Brown
no,
Palace.
no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That is like Chris, they were playing live jazz.
Yeah, they did that all weekend. It was so annoying.
Yeah, they play live jazz in the lobby.
Yeah.
There's
I went to high tea there.
like
Like they do high tea every morning.
there's like a cigar lounge.
There is. Which I didn't get to show her, which is sad, but we were having too much fun.
Yeah.
We didn't care.
What did you get in? No cigars then?
No.
We should do cigars.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why not?
I don't know.
You were so gung ho about it at the Brown Palace. Why not now?
Because we're not in the Brown Palace. It's not fun anymore. I've smoked cigars. They're not fun.
Have you? I've never smoked a cigar.
Oh, sorry. That's the first thing, other than cigarettes, obviously, that I smoked. Me and Emma
so
for
it was
our
like
18th.
cigarettes, then into cigars.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So like me and Emma for my 18th birthday, we went to downtown Disney, Pleasure Island that no longer exists, to this cigar bar, which I don't know if it still exists, but if it does, go there. It's really cool. They're awesome. And like we went in their humidor and everything, and we just got like cheap cigars, obviously, because I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money on a cigar that I'm not gonna like, obviously. And so we sat by the lake behind the House of Blues and like just smoked bad cigars. And I inhaled cigars because I'm used to smoking cigarettes where you inhale, and that was fucking awful.
Oh God!
And I learned that very quickly that you do not inhale cigars because
No,
there
it's
is no filter.
No, it's a flavor thing.
I don't get cigars. I like nicotine. I like the things that
Hurt
I don't.
you.
Yeah. No, I like the effect of things. I don't like the taste of things. Does that make sense?
I
Like
mean,
weed
but, like-
objectively is awful smelling and
But-
awful tasting, but I love it now.
Like you say that, but like a cigar objectively has so much more nicotine than a cigarette.
Yeah, I know. Nicotine's not my thing anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, but like
Which
at
is
the
good
time-
progress, but
I mean, yeah, we're glad.
we used to smoke not cigarillos, but like the little tiny cigars with little filters on them.
Yeah, those things are lovely. I love
Yeah.
the way those smell.
Yeah, we smoked those when we were kids, but
Yeah, when you were kids.
yeah,
It was never my thing.
I started smoking cigarettes at 14.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I was that kid who was like trying to take cigarettes out of my parents' mouths and shit.
which is completely valid. Like my parents never smoked because
Yeah.
my grandparents like died from like lung shit,
Yeah,
like
no.
from smoking for years.
Everyone in my family smokes, but like no one really does anything about it because everyone in my family lives until like their 80s minimum.
Got it. Yeah, we all died young.
Yeah, no, my family just holds on. We're like roaches.
I remember that. Like, I don't know, my grandma's really old now. Not really old, she's 70, but that's old for us. Like, my other grandma died at 63. My grandpa died at 65. But my grandma, like my living grandma, her mom died at like 95. So,
Interesting.
like, half my family's really lives long and half my family dies young.
Valid. Now I'm thinking, like, in depth, like, what is the life expectancy of my family? Because, like, in my brain, I'm thinking of, like, two big examples, like my great-grandpa and my Oma. Like, right off the bat, they were, like, pretty old. They were very old.
Valid.
But, like, now I'm trying to think, like, how old are, like, the other people when they passed?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a weird thought to think about,
that's valid.
right?
It's weird that I just said I started smoking at 14, and that's real.
Oh, was that like jarring for you?
Yeah, that was really jarring because I'm like, oh, that's debatably bad. I mean, I don't smoke any cigarettes anymore. Which
to be
is
fair, though,
I do have a pack of cigarettes in my purse at all times.
Like at 14, like cigarettes was like the least worst thing you could be doing.
Oh, absolutely! But to my parents, it was the worst thing ever.
I mean, valid.
Which is valid.
But,
like
you lived in Florida, it could have been meth.
Oh my god, my hometown, it could have been meth. Like Bradenton is like the heroin overdose capital of Florida. Like.
Was it a little aggressive?
Yeah, it was so aggressive. I mean, you know that. Lots of my friends' families have died from overdosing.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
And that's aggressive. So yeah, cigarettes, I'm glad we stuck with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I put them down. Yeah, I didn't smoke for 3 years and 4 years, spurts.
Yeah.
I just go back when I'm anxious. And that's why I keep a pack in my cigarettes now, or a pack in my purse now.
Yeah, we put them down until we're anxious, but we're working on just trying to keep them down, right?
Exactly. And I haven't touched one in weeks. Out of this pack, there's one missing.
You know what? And that's progress, and I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just keep it there as a reminder, so I don't have to go fiending. Does that make sense? I am that person who, when I'm manic or when I'm anxious, I'll fiend
for sure.
something that will repress what is happening to me emotionally.
Yeah.
And so if I fiend, I rush out of the house for cigarettes, and then that's how I get into dangerous situations.
It's real goblin energy.
Yeah, I am a goblin. Hello.
Yeah.
But I don't like shinies. I like things that hurt me. Hello.
That's goblin energy.
Welcome to the Masochist Goblin podcast starring me.
You're on our second channel.
Second channel, look into Masochist Goblin. Would YouTube even allow Masochist as a username?
They do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god, name of the second episode.
Masochist Goblin.
Yep.
And I hate that it's about me.
I mean,
I love that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But,
I mean, to be fair, if we think about it, we're both...
goblins.
Well, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I
collect dice.
I do collect dice.
Click-clack math racks.
Click-clack math rocks. But again, I also live in a dungeon.
You don't have any lights. I turn on lights when I come into your house because they are never on.
I keep my freaking blinds shut, my lights off. I have a strip light that rotates color, but that's just pretty.
That's just vibe, yeah.
But I live in a dungeon.
I love your dungeon, though.
I do. I'm very comfortable in dungeons. I grew up in basements my whole life.
Oh, man.
In a basement. I lived in one house. But
yeah.
It still is the most comfortable because it's a little cave.
I love that.
So when you live in a basement, if it's hot outside, it'll be cool in the basement.
I love that.
And if it's cold outside, it'll be warm in the basement. It's a little cave.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's so great.
I used to hang out in my closet a lot as a kid, and I know that sounds really ironic and funny because I'm gay and stuff.
Yeah, no.
But
there's a bunch of symbolism.
Yeah, so much symbolism. So we'll get to that later. But I would hang out in my closet because at one of our first houses, I had this apartments. The first one I can remember vividly is it had these big stairs that I could climb up and hang out and put posters in. It was another tiny room for me. And I've always looked for safe havens, which is, another pattern in my life. But, and that was my safe haven. So I get that. The goblin energy is real. Because I was just sitting there hoarding all of my stuffed animals, reading books in the dark.
Yeah, it's very goblin.
With a book light.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're goblin as hell.
We're goblin as hell.
We love that.
I apologize for the 3 times I've tried to light this joint.
You keep letting it go out.
That's my thing.
It's bad form.
I really have bad form. I keep dropping joints on myself.
You haven't dropped this one yet, which I'm objectively excited about.
Yeah.
Because, I'd prefer if you didn't burn holes in my furniture anymore.
I mean, I did just ash, literally, as you said that, onto your sofa pillow. But, that visual comedy was lacking for those of them listening.
Yeah. Eventually, I feel like...
We have to do video.
We're
so physically funny.
We are. We talk with our hands. We're very boisterous. We have a lot of face expression.
We do, yeah. It'd be perfect. I mean, our voices convey that, too. So,
yeah, no, we're very expressive people as communicators.
We are. I agree with that.
And, our voices, definitely convey interest and, subtext, but, the hands matter,
hands matter, I agree. And the outfits matter.
The outfits
and
matter.
the space matters.
Are you talking about trying to get a studio set up right now?
No. Living rooms.
Like a living room?
Yeah. When I move out with Ryan, I'll make a space for us.
I'm down for that. That'd be fun.
We could be my desk in the living room or something.
I'm always down to clown. This would be a great time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sorry, my voice just made weird sounds. I didn't even mean to do that. Holy shit.
It's just so aggressive.
I had to talk about that because then it would just exist forever.
It was like a snort, but in like the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's the like that thing I do when I scratch my throat, but it just happened on its own organically. That was terrifying.
What was that like?
Weird. Jarring, really.
Jarring. Oh my god.
I hope the microphone can kick up all the things I'm cracking.
Oh jeez. Like, I understand your girlfriend loves it when you crack, but like your bones, your joints are so loud.
They really are.
Like, objectively so very loud.
Objectively very loud. But you know, I don't care.
Like, at least my cracks are like quiet.
Hey, I'm very flexible, and if I have to take creaky joints to be flexible, I'll take it.
Creaky joints?
Creaky joints.
We'll get you some, like, maybe...
lube. No, wait, hold on. I didn't mean that like that. I meant, like...
It's like a WD-40.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
That's where I was going, but then you just went for it.
I am sorry.
And, like, I was just going to let you have that.
Everyone, I did not mean to say lube. That will not help your creaky joints.
Don't be an apologist.
Don't be an apologist?
Accept what you've done.
Okay. I need lube for my joints, guys.
There you go. See, it's on
brand.
The internet now.
It is forever.
And now it's forever.
You know, that's okay. This is the least worrisome thing I could do on the internet.
This is definitely the least worrisome thing we could do on the internet.
And that I have done on the internet. Oh. But we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about the risky things we've done on the internet.
Nope, we're not.
See, you brought it up, though.
Yeah, but I understand that this is going on the internet.
Yeah, this is definitely going on the internet.
And I have shame still, so I'm going to...
Shame?
I'm going to... Also, my family listens to this.
Valid. Do you think... Alright, so I saw my mom commented on the post you made.
Do you think she listened to it?
That'd be funny.
So, Amber, if you're listening, know that I love you also. But also, can you give Larry lots of shit in a text message form just to tell him that you have heard this?
I mean, by the time this goes up...
She'll talk to you already, but...
Probably.
I need you, Amber, to mention that you have listened to podcast number 2 and that you know that your son is a goblin.
My mom definitely knows I'm a
goblin.
goblin.
She for sure, but she didn't have the words for it, probably.
She has seen how I've lived my entire life.
That's also true.
I am a goblin human now, forever, and for always.
Also, that's really weird that I just shouted out someone.
You just shouted out my mom?
Yeah, of all people to shout out.
On episode 2 of the podcast?
Yeah.
No.
You know, I love that.
That's number 1. That's the first.
The first shout out?
First shout out, my mom. You know what? We're going to get a plaque. I'm going to send it to her.
Dude, don't tempt me.
I'm going to do it. This is going to be great.
She'll be like, Jesus Christ.
Just like a whole belt situation. You know what I'm saying? Do you think I could send my mom WWE style belt that says congratulations, first shout out? Is that a thing that exists?
I mean, Etsy exists.
Etsy does exist. I'm going to go look into that.
Please let me know.
That'd be hilarious.
That'll be our first thing of merch. It'll be a shirt of her wearing it.
Oh my god, that'd be so much
fun. But we're going
to
to have to get her an iPad Pro, like Tom Segura had to get his mom, so that we can post that.
I ain't got iPad Pro.
Either do I.
You got iPad
I
Pro?
I don't. Hopefully she'll take something
Unfortunately,
less.
we aren't a world-renowned
comedian
or podcast team.
That's also true. Not yet.
I mean, like, we make money. Like,
I mean, I currently don't have a job, but...
But you make money.
I do make money.
More than me currently.
Which is fucked, but, you know.
That's a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Are you mad about that? We haven't talked about this.
What?
Are you salty that I am currently not working and doing nothing, and I'm getting paid more than you for working 40 hours a week? Or is it okay because I had a mental breakdown and I'm getting my life together in this short period of time?
That's a loaded question.
Why is that a loaded question?
Because, like, in my heart...
Uh-huh.
I love that we're taking this break and that you've been able to focus on your mental health.
Uh-huh.
You've been improving leaps and bounds.
Yes, I have. And my therapist says that. Anyway.
Yeah, continue. No, we love him. But in my brain, just sometimes, just a little bit.
Yeah. Talk it out, Larry.
I get a little salty.
A little salty? I'll take that.
Mainly, specifically when rent comes around.
That is completely valid.
It's like... gotta pay his rent. I'm gonna be out of money. Oh, I gotta go back to work and do the thing. Oh, my friends just got their checks today too. That's awesome.
Oh, and me and our other friend who was getting unemployment talk about it. I'm sorry, Larry.
It's fine. It's
It's genuinely fine, but it also
like,
is kind of shitty.
Ah.
Yeah. No, and that's
Like,
completely
but, like,
valid.
I've been so fortunate to have the opportunity to work during this pandemic. Like, I'm genuinely not mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been able to provide a service. I haven't gotten sick, thank God.
Thank God.
Because like there was a few stores there that were a little touch and go.
Yeah.
A little touch and go.
Yeah.
So like to have everything work out the way it has,
Yeah.
I'm just glad things are getting back to normal on like the quarantine end of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's still like madness.
Oh, madness is ensuing. Yeah, we were downtown. I want to tell you about that, but we'll talk about that later. My experience downtown Denver.
I'm so excited.
During protests.
You will tell me about that right after. Did you know in Seattle they have like 7 some blocks just squared off?
Yeah, I do.
They have
Yeah, I do.
guns and see, that's horrifying though.
I love that.
That's Waco.
Oh, I am so into this. I am
That's-
so into the. Okay, that sounds really bad. Hold on. Let me
Yeah, no.
tell you why I like
Yeah,
this.
no.
I don't like Waco. Hold on, just so everyone knows, not into that. But I like that we're saying fuck you.
See, I get that.
And I like that we're making a safer fucking place within an unsafe place because there are no cops.
See,
Does that make sense? Because we are self-policing. I say we to,
yeah, this
a royal we.
Yeah, the royal we.
Yeah.
It concerns me greatly.
Why does it concern you?
Because since the military has been called in at this point,
I agree.
like National Guards and stuff, these are like armed militants, and like they're allowed to form a militia as like our right.
Yeah.
Like we can do that.
Yeah.
Like they can defend themselves as they see fit.
Yeah.
Against a tyrannical government in their
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
However, that government will also respond with like superior firepower.
With superior force, yes, I agree.
And like,
But I hope to God that the government knows that if that happens, everything is going to hell. Like, can you imagine the international backlash of the United States government opening fire on United States citizens?
what do you mean? It happens
All the time. No, I know, but like imagine like a mass shooting like that on that scale.
Yeah, no,
like
that's happened before. That is Waco.
Larry, I know this. And shit went south after Waco, Larry, is what I'm saying.
But like, it seems so dangerous to like just the human life, and I understand like I hope that they understand like the situation they've put themselves in.
Oh, they do. They have to.
I support the protests.
Yeah.
And like things obviously need to change, but it worries me for their safety. Like I love that they're making this statement. I love that they're undeniably have to be heard at this point because they have City Hall.
Yep.
Oof.
Gives me chills.
Yeah.
So there's a.
But like, if there is some confusion.
Yeah.
And one of them like opens fire or
Yep.
like has a misfire while like there's hot tensions, it could be so bad.
Oh, so fucking bad. I know.
That worries me.
I wholeheartedly second those worries.
Yeah.
Those are completely valid worries. I just think the people involved know what they're getting into.
So, okay.
Like, MLK knew what he was getting into. You know what I mean? Like, Malcolm X knew what he was getting into. You know what I mean? The Black Panthers knew what they were getting into. Is my point. Like, they didn't probably know at the time, but they at some point they've accepted it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, that's a possibility. Which is fucking terrifying.
It's so scary.
But
like
the fact that that's having to happen in 2020,
it's so scary. And I mean it's happening in 2020, but this won't be the last. There'll always be failures in leadership, failures in government when stuff like this happens.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's like rioting and protesting is it's not like a
new thing.
It's like not a reaction, it's a response.
Yeah.
Like once things are bad, we protest.
Yep.
Riots happen. And like I get worried for the safety of people. Like people have lost eyes, people have like lost their lives. And like
yep.
it's scary.
I agree.
I just hope like no more people have to get severely hurt for real change to be met. I want that to be like the last thing that happens.
I agree.
Oh boy,
It's fucking terrifying right now.
that's so terrifying.
Yeah. Driving through downtown, there's a mural on the road on Broadway.
Yeah.
And it says Black Lives Matter always. Or something of the sort. I know it says Black Lives Matter, but there's something at the end of it that I can't remember what it is. But I've driven over it twice this weekend, and it's always like fucking weird, like intense and weird, and you're like, and then we saw the statue that has been vandalized and spray painted, and like there are murals and like so much shit downtown, and like windows are boarded up with art on them, and like it's so intense downtown. It's so cool downtown, but it's also
like there's an energy
jarring.
It's
terrifying.
Such an energy downtown.
Yeah.
Like where the protests are and like where the people gather. It's like it's undeniable.
Yes. Like in Littleton, you can deny that there are protests happening.
Yeah.
That police are killing.
Heck, where
people.
I live like south of Denver. I'm still technically in Denver.
Yeah.
And like
you can ignore it
like
if you wanted to.
It's not that like I could ignore it because it's everywhere on the news, but like if there was no news, I'd never know, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But like going downtown and like seeing all the people, seeing like the signs, it's
weird.
It's palpable.
Yeah.
It's an energy I've never experienced before, nor do I think I could replicate.
That's
like outside of the situation, you know what I'm saying?
I felt this energy before, maybe not to this scale, but living in Florida after Pulse.
See, that makes sense. It's
like all the vigils, all of the like, I don't know. It was very intense.
Like I don't know if it's like the energy of like an undeniable injustice.
Yeah. Or like
the energy of the
defining moment to me.
Maybe the defining moment, or like the people involved, and like it's undeniable.
Yeah.
There's no other word for it.
Yeah.
And like that is like powerful, and like it feels like it's only getting even more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like as like the like rioting and looting has like started to slow down and like cease. Like I haven't heard anything about riots or like
yeah, they've slowed down.
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down, and like we're just seeing like the protest bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like like the energy's like just growing, it feels.
Yeah. And I love like all of the shit on the internet that's like just because you're not seeing like bad shit happen, or just because you're not seeing people post about protests constantly doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right.
Like LA had, or somewhere, I think it's LA, had one of the biggest protests like last weekend, and it wasn't televised.
Yeah, no.
Like over, I think 100,000 people or something crazy went.
Man, you can't televise something that big like on the national news because
it's dividing or whatever.
Not even dividing, but like
polarizing.
Definitely polarizing, but like it looks bad on the government, and like as a like these mainly like left wing, right wing like political machines, like these riotings affect both like sides of the party.
Yep.
So it's like we can't air this stuff.
Yep.
Because like either way, both sides end up looking bad, and that just hurts their position altogether.
That is valid.
Like to televise this is to be making a 100% declaration. Because to give it airtime is to give it support, even if like,
yeah. Even if they're against it, it's still
even if it's like a criticism, like you're spreading the message.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like anyone who like isn't like airing this is definitely. It feels like cowardice.
Oh yes, the silence is definitely like deafening, to use that like phrase. Like if you're not talking about it, it's on purpose.
Yeah, like you.
There's a reason why you're not talking about it, and it's usually because you're racist, or like jerk off with an American flag. I don't know.
You have
super patriotic. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
No, see, you have this thing.
I do.
You're almost very anti-America.
I'm not anti-America, obviously.
Okay.
Like, we live in...
Okay.
Even though there's shit going on right now, we still live in one of the most comfy countries. Like, one of the most privileged countries, obviously. And, like, I am so fucking lucky. And it is a privilege to not like America.
Okay, this sounds like you're backpedaling, because you did just use the phrase jerking off with the American flag as a derogatory term.
Oh, absolutely. It is a derogatory term, because there are people who just jerk off to the idea of patriotism and, like standing for your country no matter what, and, like, not questioning it. It's the people who, like, blindly follow anything and don't question it that I don't like. So, like, the people who are blindly following a 45 and, like, you know...
This is actually your same problem with religion.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't like...
sheeps.
You don't like what you perceive as sheeps.
Yeah. I think it's... I don't know if that's, like, my ego spiking.
I feel it may be a little ego connected, because, like, at least... Hear me out here. Like,
okay.
Ideologically,
Yeah.
like, you don't agree with these things.
Yeah.
So, therefore, people who do believe in them...
Or, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or, like, in this sheep category.
Yeah.
And, like, we have a disdain for sheep. And, like...
It's not like I consider myself a shepherd.
Okay, yeah.
I'm also a sheep of things, but I try not to be a sheep. Like, I'm actively avoiding being a sheep.
Yeah.
And, like, I have a dislike for people who are actively trying to be a sheep.
Yeah, because you've been, like, in, like, the, what's the word I'm looking for?
SJWC?
I was SJW.
Social justice warrior?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of, like, where you, like, you
That's
were...
where I started as a kid. I was such an asshole about everything.
Yeah, you were very dedicated to, like, your causes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was, my mom used to call me militant, because I would correct her and my dad when they used the wrong pronouns for Ryan when he came out.
Militant.
Yeah, that's how fucking mad she still is about it.
That's hilarious description.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, like, though, like, later in life now.
Yeah. And
like, we still have those same feelings.
Yeah, and I'm trying to step away from that. Like, you're helping me with that. Like, you help me see the error of, like, one-sided thinking, or, like... You know what I mean? Like, when I have a degree in gender and women's studies, and, like, you laugh at that, which I think is hilarious. Like, everyone laughs at it, obviously.
Okay.
You respect it. You respect the grind.
Let me explain. I don't laugh at your degree.
Okay. No.
I laugh at what's being done to it.
Valid. And that is completely valid.
Yeah.
Like, some of the shit I learned in my classes is so based in white, rich feminism, it's disgusting. Like, and we're actively trying to go against that, like, in all of my courses.
Right.
Like, I have some really awesome professors, but, like, the textbooks are from white, rich, female perspectives.
Yeah.
And, like, they're...
But you and your professors understood, like, there was definitely a bias skewing.
Exactly. We read all of those textbooks, and then, like, talked about what was wrong with them.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That I appreciate.
Yeah, like, we did that in all my classes. Like, if we were given, like, a reading we didn't like, we were always told to, like, tell them why.
Interesting.
It was really awesome. But, yeah, I'm trying to, like, see all the sides and, like, not all the sides, I guess, but, like, I don't know, talk more amicably to people I don't agree with is truly what you're helping me with. Because I tend to be aggressively mean towards people on the internet who are aggressively mean towards things I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
But I have been actively trying to not be as militant, as my mother would say, about it, because, I don't know, you get, you attract more bees with honey than with vinegar?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And I get that, but I'm also not going to be nice about it. Like, I will still end the conversation with, you're a fucking idiot, and are you refusing to listen to me?
Like,
I am not afraid to do that, but I'll also be like, no, dude, you're totally getting it. Like, it's just a different perspective. Yeah. Like, I'll still have those conversations.
Yeah, no. I enjoy having these conversations with you, mainly because we come from very, like, different... we come from very different walks of life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, like, you do have these, like, extreme, like, liberal centric views, right?
But I also have the inverse. Like, I went to Baptist school.
Yeah, but that's not, like, your thing.
No.
Like, you don't describe to Baptist ideology.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Like, you subscribe to, like, the liberal ideology. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might have, like, that conservative, like, maybe,
tendency, maybe not really, but
exposure.
There you go.
Like, you never clung to any of those ideas.
No, I did not.
Yeah, well, like, on my side, I kind of sat, like, in more of, like, a moderate space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew, like... Yeah, no, it was very moderate and, like, maybe conservative-leaning growing up.
Okay.
But I like to look at perspectives from, like, everyone. This is something I learned from, like, debate. When I was doing debate club in high school. It was, I learned how to, like, look at a topic from both sides. And so, like, anyway, in my brain, like, when I think about something, I approach it from, like, two sides, and, like, I end up either leaning left, right, or somewhere in the center.
Got it. Yeah, no, and I love that. And I'm starting to do that. Like, which is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Like, having all the information, seemingly, and then, like, making your own deduction on it. Instead of blindly following your professor or your friend or your mom. Which I'm actively trying to, defeat. Like, I have very liberal friends that I sometimes don't agree with.
Yeah, you know how I feel about, like, echo chambers. And,
yes,
like,
exactly.
I find stagnant ideology
dangerous.
So dangerous. Like, when you are like, this is what I believe, and you cannot change my mind. Like, that stuff scares me.
Exactly.
Like, someone who's, like, who is so hell-bent in one direction, like, they cannot hear any other argument.
Yeah.
Or any other perspective.
And I hate people that guise that in, well, it's my opinion, I'm allowed to have my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're allowed to have that opinion, but I'm telling you, like, there's
like, if
more to the issue than what you're seeing.
If you didn't learn anything from a conversation with somebody with a different perspective, you weren't really having a conversation.
Exactly.
And, like, so, like, having these conversations with you, it's very interesting to see, like, what, like, your leaning extreme is, right? Because, like just earlier when we were talking about, like, the Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, you got, like, very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited for this situation.
That's very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, and you have to reel me back, which I appreciate, because I should not be that excited
see,
about people possibly getting hurt.
You see, you weren't excited about people getting hurt. You were excited about them, like...
revolutionizing.
Yeah, revolution. You were excited for the movement. Like,
exactly.
It feels exciting.
Exactly.
And that's lovely. Like, that's nothing wrong with being passionate about those things.
Oh, absolutely.
But, like, on my side, like, that reaction isn't... Like, my brain is excited for them, but I'm so very worried for them.
Yeah, because you have both sides all the time.
Yeah, I'm always both sides in my head. It's so frustrating.
Valid. It's frustrating when I'm, like, blindsided by my own self. Does that make sense? Like, when I'm having a conversation with you, and I'm, like, so passionately into my side, I'm like, no, Larry, you're gonna fucking be wrong this time, or you're gonna, like, learn something from me this time, and then you're like, do you tell me something that's correct? And I'm like, that I agree with, and I'm like, well, fuck. You're right. Fuck. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
And I love it, because I need that. If I were to sit in my echo chamber, I would not be any better than the people I don't like.
Yeah, a different perspective is always, like, great to hear. Because, again, like I'm not saying my, like, way of thinking is superior.
No,
like, because
no.
like, talking to you a lot, I do gain, like, another perspective. Because, like, also in, like, your degree, like, these are things, like, you've looked into, like, very deeply.
Yeah.
Like, written many papers about it and stuff like that. And, like, you'll tell me things, like, I've never even considered before.
Yeah.
Like, when we first became friends, you were telling me about power dynamics. It's not even anything I've ever considered before.
Oh my god, that's literally my entire gender and women's studies degree. Literally everything is power dynamics.
Yeah. And, like, and then we had that conversation about it, like, I don't believe all power dynamics exist equally. And, like, we had that conversation. Yeah. And it was lovely.
It was a lovely conversation. I agree.
So, like...
It was our first of many.
Yeah, no, definitely was, like, the genesis of, like, how down the rabbit hole we're willing to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a limit to my rabbit hole.
And see, that's the same, because, like, I don't know, I sit in, like, deep existentialism all the time.
Yeah, like, I remember in high school, in an art class, me and one of my really good friends were talking about, like, AI, like, artificial intelligence, and, like, robots, and, like, sex robots, and, like, would we fuck a robot if given the opportunity? It was a whole thing that we sincerely thought about, and would ask our friends, and they'd laugh at us like that, but then we'd reel them in, and then be like, fuck, would I fuck a robot? And it was a whole thing. It was a great time. We learned a lot about ourselves.
It's funny because you say that, and, like, there's, like, the movie AI where that's, like, a thing.
Dude, AI was okay. You don't know this, but you keep mentioning this movie. This was my favorite movie as a kid.
Oh,
So
yeah, why'd you say anything?
I just haven't got the opportunity. It's one of my favorite movies. Like the Blue Fairy and like the fucking Underwater City and Jude Law being and like what is the kid's name? I don't remember his name. The actor. I don't. It doesn't matter. It's not.
I mean, now it does matter. Was it Tommy?
No idea. Something like that. Something generic because he's a robot.
Yeah, it was.
But it's such an amazing movie, and it grapples with such intense, like.
It's like it grapples with what does it mean to be human.
Yeah, like what is the human experience, and that you know what, that makes sense. And that was my favorite movie as a kid.
Under the guise of like a kids film.
I don't think that's a kid's film.
I watched it as a child. Like,
so did I, but it is not a kid's film.
I owned it was like the DVD or the VHS. I don't remember.
Same. We watched a lot of things that kids shouldn't have watched at our age. Like I watched House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie.
Oh, for sure.
Like at 10,
one of
9.
my favorites.
Yeah, same. Like we have been exposed to unrealistic things from a young age. So it like realistically unrealistic things from a young age. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Surrealism is what I'm trying to say.
Surrealism.
There we go. I got there. So we've always had like existential dread. This is what I'm saying. I don't dabble with it anymore.
Yeah.
I do when I'm really stoned and I'm by myself. I dabble with it and it's really fun. But it gets dangerous very quickly because I always go to like, what is life? What is the meaning of life? Do I deserve to live? And then it's just down the hill.
So yours goes to like a scary place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I'm like in like that like existential space, I'm uncovering some like truth, like within my head, right? Which sounds so hippy dippy.
Oh, it does for sure.
But it's always like I've lived like a majority of my life inside my head.
Yeah.
So like.
Bless me.
So like I spent a lot of time in just like big long trains of thought, trying to like come to some sort of like just answer or truth or something. Try to find something in like this abyss that is my brain, right?
That is completely valid. And I know we've talked about this before, but we have opposite brains. Like I've been always trying to escape my hellscape of a cranium, and you're like stuck in there. And you don't want to escape necessarily, you just want to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, at any cost will I not think about what I'm thinking about. Yeah. And I'm slowly leaning away from that, and that's why we're making progress in therapy. Yes. And with our interpersonal skills and such. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, it's always been my thing to like escapism. Like I was really into books, I was really into music, I was really into movies, I was really into anything that could get me out of my head.
Yeah, like your escapism.
And now it's drugs.
Yeah.
Thanks, weed. It's legal. It's
not
fine.
Drugs. It's a plant.
It's an herb.
It's medicine.
There you go. It's medicinal.
But yeah, no. Like your escape was always external.
Yeah.
Like my escape was always the internal.
That's so interesting.
Like I'd so much rather be inside my head than anywhere else.
See, and I get that.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, like. Trauma happens, and you also don't want to be in your physical spaces.
No,
so
that's like that doesn't really matter. I guess I don't know.
Oh, to me, like it's interesting, like that I've had physical space trauma. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like still didn't want to be in my head.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
That just brought up that thought to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's interesting that I still didn't
Yeah.
Think about going inward.
Yeah, I guess some of my trauma is like into I guess it's just like emotional.
Yeah.
No, like real physical trauma.
I mean, same.
So like, yeah, it's interesting to think about, because like you mentioned, we are like different people.
We are very different.
Like we grew up so many worlds apart.
And we really did.
And so like again, like hearing your perspective on things is so interesting and refreshing.
I agree with your perspective, and it's very refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's very nice, like, it's also nice talking to, like, Hannah and Marilyn, and,
yeah,
like, because they also have very different perspectives from us, and, like, very different perspectives from each other. Right. And we all have very, like, different perspectives, and I love it so much, because we help each other out. We, like, teach each other all the shit we need to know about their perspectives and, like, ours, and, like, it's cool. It's real world, oh my god, real world working knowledge. There we are.
Yeah, all right, we're learning people.
We're learning people. That's my favorite thing.
And like we're finally getting you into like R&B and hip hop, and I'm
Finally.
so excited.
I'm finally
You can only listen to so much pop punk.
I'm gonna get Hannah into pop punk if it's the last thing I do. Like I just want her to like one fucking song. One song. That's all I want.
We were driving down the street and we were listening to just some like bangers from like the early 2000s, and like these were just songs like me and her like both knew.
Yeah.
So and they were like, man, I just don't know like Chris's vibe. And I'm like, I can show you exactly what they were listening to, while we were listening to this. And so I played Helena.
Okay. What did Hannah say?
Just mouth the gate going, what?
She doesn't like that shit?
She just
Just never heard that
no
shit.
idea.
Oh, wow. Oh, this
Like,
is going to be
you
so
guys,
fun.
You guys were worlds apart. Like if I had to like say it, like you and Hannah are like the biggest extremes.
I agree.
I'd probably sit somewhere closer to Hannah's spectrum, and
Marilyn would sit slightly closer to me.
yeah,
I agree.
Somewhere on that like gradient.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
And that's why I love talking to Hannah.
oh, it's so good.
Because she doesn't understand half the things I'm saying, and I don't understand half the things she's saying, and we have to like translate each other, and then we just learn so much.
Yeah, no,
and we also just vibe.
It's such a vibe.
Me and Hannah,
And we love.
we love.
Oh,
we love
God.
all our friends.
Yeah, we have great friends.
We genuinely have the best friends.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Just like reminiscing, I guess.
Ooh, you're doing that brain thing again?
My brain thing
Yeah,
again.
you're doing that brain thing again? That brain thing that happened in Perkins the other day.
What does that the brain thing?
Like you're filing through all your memories on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking.
Oh my God. So it was like the dumbest realization. Did we talk about this on the last podcast?
Nope.
Okay. We were sitting in Perkins, and just so you know, this podcast is not sponsored by Perkins, but god damn do we love Perkins.
Oh my God! If Perkins I wouldn't. Oh my God! I would never need another sponsor again.
Yeah.
It's not even that we enjoy Perkins food, like fundamentally, like they have good food, right?
It's
but
good
like
food.
we just love the ambiance of a Perkins.
For whatever reason, every time we end up inside of a Perkins, we unpack so much trauma.
So much trauma, and it's so healthy and therapeutic every time we walk into a fucking Perkins.
And Perkins is cheaper than therapy.
Exactly. I mean, I do both, but you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
But genuinely, Perkins has been pretty beneficial to us.
Literally. I don't know, when did we first go to Perkins?
God, many moons ago.
Well, yes, but
Perkins started when you were working at the suicide hotline.
okay.
And I was doing my baking shift.
Yeah.
Like when we got on that like same schedule.
That's only since then?
That's been about a year.
Yeah. No, I didn't start working there until last October.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It feels like that's when October is when we really, really started hanging out again.
I would say August is when we really started hanging out again.
Yeah, no.
Right when like.
And no, we were talking more and like hanging out during August, but like.
Yeah, once Parker left and once like.
But like
everything, yeah.
Once breakfast became a thing.
Yeah. Oh
we
yeah.
We were doing that 3-4 times a week.
Oh yeah.
Like
it was ridiculous.
The amount of money we've spent on eggs alone.
And I don't even fucking like eggs.
As a crime against nature.
I mean, I eat eggs.
But yeah, so
I would kill someone.
We were just talking in Perkins, and like I was talking about like my specific brand of depression. My depression registers as apathy, just severe apathy. And I was trying to think of what moments brought me brought me out of the apathy, and I can remember what feelings were again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was really gay. It was when I got to see someone experience joy. Which sounds really dumb. Like when I got to see someone else be happy.
Give us an example.
It made me happy. God, so many.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, no, there's so many just little moments, just over time.
Love that. That's the gayest thing.
It's so dumb.
Please give me an example.
It's so like just
Maybe the gayest example you have, per se.
the gayest example.
Yeah. That's what's intriguing me at this moment.
Sure, gayest example.
Perfect. Okay.
Is when the first time you told me that you told Marilyn you loved her.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You were so elated. Like you were vibrating.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, I remember that one very clearly.
You are a homosexual.
Yeah, you were experiencing so much joy in that exact moment.
You are such a gay.
Leave me be.
I love you so much. That's
I love
so
you too.
cute.
I love you too.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so just those little micro moments of joy, or they brought me moments of what it felt like to be happy again.
It's adorable.
Yeah, no, it's really adorable. And then I realized the thing that makes me happy most is watching people experience joy despite of me. It's not I crack a joke or do something funny or I do something for you and it makes you
happy, yeah.
happy in the moment. Watching you just thrive as as someone I care about, watching you thrive and succeed as a human makes me happy.
That's so adorable.
It's so adorable and so gay. And I had that moment in the Perkins, started crying because I was reliving all those moments.
Yeah.
It was the first thing because for whatever reason, for the longest time, the only when my memory's really bad, really really bad, and the only things I can sometimes call up with any regular consistency are the trauma moments.
Yep, the bad shit.
Yeah, the bad things, which is so dumb.
Yep.
So very dumb.
Yep.
To try and think back on good moments and just nothing's coming. When they've obviously been there, but I was sitting in the apathy for so long.
You just shut them off.
Yeah, they just turned it down.
Damn.
Just wasn't feeling it. So now later in life I look back on these moments through different glasses now that I'm not sitting inside of that apathy.
Yeah.
And I can see these moments now for what they were.
Yeah.
Instead of for what my
dumb brain thought they were.
Such a dumb brain.
Monkey brain.
So long.
Yeah.
Objectively, so long.
How long?
Forever.
Forever.
It's
finally off.
As long as I can remember.
Is it finally off?
I'm not gonna say for good.
No.
But definitely the best place I've been in forever. I'm about to say something, and if any of my family are going to listen to this, their brains are going to explode.
Yeah.
So as a kid, anytime we have a party or anything, we do it at Grandma Lizzie's house, right? And all the family would be there, a bunch of kids, a bunch of relatives, and I got so exhausted, putting up a fake face, so people wouldn't see what my actual face at the time was.
Yeah.
What for the longest time I called my real me. It was just so dead. It was just so dead behind the eyes, so dead in the face. And, I hid that face from everybody. And, so I'd just sneak away into, Grandma Lizzie's room and, turn off the lights and go to sleep. Because, if I could, sleep through this, I wouldn't have to be there as long.
Damn.
Right? How fucked up is that?
That's real fucked up.
Right? And that's been my brain forever.
And I'm so glad it's off.
Holy crap.
That is the best thing I have ever heard. I finally did it. I dropped a joint on myself.
It's so disappointing, Chris.
It was off. I mean, it was out. Shut up. Shut up!
Hey, welcome to 20. My joint is a clapper. Joint off. So dumb.
That would be amazing. But, can you imagine the power we would have?
It's the highest form of witchcraft, obviously.
Obviously, we'll get there. Due time.
But yeah, no. So, to be out of that space for, genuinely, for, 2020's been, a crazy year.
Mm-hmm.
But, late 2019 into now has been, the best, place my brain has ever been.
That is amazing.
I love that, right?
I love that. I'd say, what is this month? June?
Junior.
I'd say since May, I've been in the best place I've ever been in. But currently I'm in the peak of the best.
And it's just climbing.
And it's just climbing, yeah.
High five.
Like, for the longest time I was terrified. Like, I guess my entire childhood and then into, like, the relationship I was in was, like, terrified to express myself. Terrified to tell anyone what I was thinking. Terrified to do anything I enjoyed. In, like, fear of everything. Like, getting yelled at, getting in trouble, getting told it was dumb. Like, just, like, all of that. And I'm finally not scared of that. Like, I'm finally getting out of my shell and, like, feeling myself again. And, like, doing stuff that I enjoy. And, like, being in the moment. Me and Marilyn were talking about it yesterday. Like, the entire weekend felt like 2 hours because we were just in the moment.
It's so good.
We were just experiencing everything. And we were just laying on each other. And just, it was just amazing. And, like, I don't know. That's how everything is now. And that's kind of wonderful. Obviously, there's moments of, like, anxiety or panic or...
But you're working through them much better than you've ever have before.
Exactly.
And that's powerful.
It's amazing. I'm finally allowing myself to be proud of myself, if that makes sense. And, like, acknowledging the things that are wrong and, like, that exist. And, like, you know, I was, like, avoiding everything forever.
Yeah. And that's, like, so important.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually crazy.
We are fucking thriving, my guy.
Oh, my guy.
And this is amazing.
I think on that, I think we should end that.
Hell yeah. We're thriving.
We're thriving.
Hell yeah.
Podcast.
Everyone have a wonderful week.
Have a good one. Take care.